Are fidget toys really worth it?
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Everybody who's anybody has a fidget toy. That's what I've heard. These things are all the rage, and Forbes, that's just not my friend Forbes, that's a publication.
But you do have a friend named Forbes.
I hang out with him quite a bit.
I want him to be my friend, but he doesn't talk to me.
Yeah, well, he's my butler. He says that fidget toys are all, they're the must-have office item for 2017. So if you have an office, you must have fidget toys.
All the rage. And I don't know 100% sure, but I think a lot of it has to do with this guy right here. This is the Fidget Cube, which is a little device designed for no other reason than to channel your fidgeting needs into all these different ball bearing, push button, roller things, switches, spins, and clickers, and some silent non-clickers.
Wow, there's quite a lot.
Two guys with a company called Antsy Labs created a Kickstarter for this thing, and their goal was $15,000.
Modest goal.
And then as of last October, they raised $6.4 million for this thing.
That's quite a few 15,000s.
A thing that does nothing except allow you to fidget. Now, I got one in my hands, and I'm for $6.4 million, I'm only half a believer, but a lot of people got behind this thing. It's the 9th most funded project ever on Kickstarter, and it's the second highest backed project in terms of number of people who backed the thing.
Right.
At least as of last October. So this thing set off a trend across Amazon and across the internet for people to create and sell, and then for us to purchase all types of widgets.
Yeah, so now there are all kinds of these things. I mean, this one that I've got is just very simple. It's just a bunch of little key rings put together. Much simpler than what you're dealing with, but you can kind of just rotate it in your hand like this. Now, obviously, it being such a funded thing and raising over $6 million, there's demand for this. People think that they need it.
Yeah.
And it turns out that there might be some science behind this whole fidgeting thing and why people are demanding it. Now, the idea of fidgeting, obviously this has been around forever, right? And the sort of the scientific principle behind this is that if something we're engaged in is not interesting enough to sustain our focus, I should fidget while I do this.
You should.
I really should complete the circle. If something we're engaged in is not interesting enough to sustain our focus, the additional sensory motor input that is mildly stimulating allows our brains to become fully engaged and allows us to sustain focus on the primary activity in which we are participating. So in other words, if
I heard everything you said because I was hitting a switch.
What? Oh,
so you just dropped. You're going to have to drink it now.
Oh.
You're definitely going to have to drink it. Get it, get it, get it. Oh,
anyway,
now it's moist.
Because I have this, I was able to focus on drinking that drink. I drank all of it, all at once to get to the fidget toy. It's just water. I'm acting like I had a tough time with it. It's just water.
Okay.
So, and this might, some scientists presume that this might date back to prehistoric times when our ability to focus 100% on a single task was not entirely desirable because you might be focusing on something 100% and then a ravenous beast will come out of a bush and bite you on the butt. This is the kind of thing that happens, and you need to be able to be focusing on multiple things at a time.
To be able to give some of your attention somewhere else.
Right. Now that
so it helps you focus, but at the same time it might help you be alert otherwise.
Right, and now in modern times, when we don't have to worry about beasts coming out of bushes, but we're just doing office things and being in school and that kind of thing, this fidgeting has become a negative thing, right? There's a negative connotation with fidgeting.
Right.
So we associate it with people who have attention deficit disorders. But the fact is, all kinds of people fidget, but it doesn't matter that we've done it forever. People still see it as unprofessional. If you do it in a professional environment as an adult, it's seen as unprofessional. If you do it as a child, you're seen as immature, and your teachers tell you to stop.
Yeah, or that you have anxiety. Like, that guy must be anxious because he can't keep his legs still. I mean, for me, the thing that I find myself doing is taking my wedding ring. Oh, I can't get it off right now.
You've gained
It's
weight,
weird.
Link. I was going to say something, but...
I really can't. It comes off very easily. There you go. I take it off and then I'll fidget with it in my fingers until I drop it awkwardly on the floor in the middle of a meeting and
Or
it
in a
makes that
sewer.
sound. And then everybody's looking at me tossing my wedding ring on the floor.
He doesn't want to be married.
It's going to go down into a crevice at some point, and I'm not going to be able to find it. But I feel
Depends on which crevice.
feel a little stigma associated with doing this.
Right. Well, and for me, I was a biter. You know, I would bite like pencils and pens and that kind of thing. I just always thought because I was hungry all the time, and I like to put things in my mouth and
Guy's
chew.
malnutritionized.
But it turns out that fidgeting, while there's a negative connotation to this culturally, it's good for you. Now, research shows that a correlation between working with your hands, there's increased memory and creativity.
Okay.
But even more specifically than that, a 2005 study concluded that kids who are allowed to fidget, little Timmy fidgeting in class, they learn more quickly than those who are not. So if you're a teacher and you're telling little Timmy to stop moving his leg or bite on his pencil, you're really ruining his future.
Now, you can't be distracting everybody else, but if you can do the silent parts, like I'm doing the silent part right now, then that's good for everybody.
So it totally makes sense why people felt that there was a need for this, because it's something that applies to almost every person. It can be helpful to every person because it's not a bad thing, it's actually good for you.
So what you're saying is that the $22 that you can pre-order this thing for may be justified, or you can get it on Amazon now this is a generic ripoff for like probably under $5. But you're saying that that's justified.
Well, that is the question. I think that fidgeting is justified, but as I've seen you over there playing around with that fidget cube, I've been eyeing something over here that I think is a great substitute. Link, that's a TV remote.
It is it not?
How many buttons do you have,
Got a
Neil?
simulated screen on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got about 17.
Yeah, look at that. I got 17 just in one little spot. I got ups and downs, I got exit and menu, and they all feel different. I got red, green, yellow, blue.
You're gonna be that dude in a meeting with a remote to nothing.
And they're like, what? Is it gonna cut something on? No.
Well, the thing that I do is I pop off the back of that, and all of my remotes at home have that gone because my kids fidget with them. But you know what? I'll present another one. What about this noodle thing? $2.50. Woo, 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 woo. Look at me. I'm slinging a noodle in a meeting. No one's distracted by that. The thing I like to do is I like to tie it in a knot on top of a knot, and sometimes on top of a knot. And then I'll take this thing and I'll just squeeze it and look at it.
Okay.
And then I'll untie it.
And that's $2.50, you say?
The $2.50, man.
I got a whole bowl of noodles for $2.50. Look at this.
You're gonna fidget with noodles.
I can double fist it.
In like a park or something.
Look at this. I got two.
Tie it in a knot. Tie it in a knot.
I can tie it in a knot all day.
Tie it in a knot. Tie it in a bow.
Can you eat yours?
Maybe. Is that a challenge? No, I'm not gonna eat this.
So you're telling? I think I've got. And listen, when you run out of one, you got another. They just keep on coming.
These are kind of sticky too.
Yeah, don't you like that?
I like the stickiness, and they're silent.
Well, okay. Well, I was trying to stick it to you, but yeah.
I got another one here.
More affordable.
This is a ball in a tube thing, which you can get 10 of these for under $10. It's like a Twizzler choking on a marble. So I'm like, wait, Twizzler, I can, don't, just wait a little bit, I can squeeze this out and you'll be fine.
But you can't, because it's stuck in there.
No, it cannot.
I see a couple of problems with that.
It's a dying Twizzler.
M&M's. All right, I essentially have created exactly the same thing that you have. You're having fun over there, run your little marble around in your Twizzler. Guess what I've got?
M&M in a M&M bag.
Yeah, with an opening.
How long are you gonna not eat the last M&M? I think is the question. Once you, boy, you're really having a good morning, brother.
Man, I was trying to do something cool and it
you chipped your tooth.
It hit the roof of my mouth.
So now it's gone. I mean, now you don't have one.
No, look, I got another one. And look, I can get one of you. Hey, heads up. Goodness. Heads up, Neil.
This is like going to like a Japanese steakhouse. It's like a shrimp. If that would have hit me in the back of the throat, I would have been like this dead Twizzler.
You would have been sustained.
And finally, I've got this ball bearing spinner.
Oh, these are pretty cool.
Which at first I was like, okay,
we shouldn't drive today.
At first I was just like,
try to spin something.
Well, you're the one to talk. You chipped a tooth and dropped your.
Spin it.
I was like, well, this is not too special. I'm just spinning this thing, which I can kind of feel the ball bearings, which is nice. But then you discover, if you do this, you start to feel this like gyroscopic
yeah,
centrifugal
gyroscope.
force physics thing happening that I cannot convey to you how pleasing this is.
Yeah.
But it just feels like I'm defying the physics of a thumb and a forefinger.
It's pretty cool, but it's pretty small. Talk about a gyroscope. I think I'm having more fun. Now, you may be a little distracting in a meeting or class.
Yeah, that's a little bit distracting.
It's distracting.
But at least you're the cool guy with a unicycle. I mean, that's definitely going to make up for the fact that you're doing that.
So I think the jury is still out, not on fidgeting and whether it's good for you, but whether you should be investing in these toys because you could just get a unicycle.
Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
You know what time it is.
Hi, I'm John from Moreno Valley, California. This is a mythical creature. It's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
Tomorrow night, we are going to be back on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon on NBC, so check that out because we may or may not be revealing the cover of the Book of Mythicality.
And doing a Will It with Jimmy, so click through to Good Mythical More where we'll talk more about that and fidget with you guys.
Be your mythical best. Today, we want to ask you to be your mythical best by make it grain. Bring a bunch of grain foods to your local food pantry, then post about it with hashtag BYMB.
Click on the left to watch our show after the show, Good Mythical More.
Click on the right to watch another episode of Good Mythical Morning.
And click the circular channel icon to subscribe.
Thanks for being your mythical best.